celebrate, I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
No. Off. He's crashing. He's checking crowd.
Watch twist.
You got tape.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Check tight.
From the gun on 3rd down. Tate, and that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down?
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down.
Let's go, defense. And who we got?
Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on 1st down. Tate, he's going to launch this thing. Wait. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partner, I think we can all agree that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, it made it pay off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go,
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Number 89. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Tate steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. So quick on the spin. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hatchet. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On 1st and 10, Tate Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. On first down, Tate into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 50, plant. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55, see it.
Throwing on first down. Franks under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Check, 55, Mike.
Back to throw. Franks. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go, D.
2nd and long. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Bears. Check, walk 54, walk 54. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Bravo! 54.
On 1st and 10, Franks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Let's
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check 37. Check 37. High 7. High 7.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing again. Tate. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Shift. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
36. 22. Check. Bomber. 22. Check. Bomber.
On first down, Tate. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game. Everything
that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Back to the air on second down. Tate, he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Tate. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Tate flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Back to throw. Tate, blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Operating from the gun, Franks. And that is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Slam, slam, slam. Check that. Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll run with Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Tate. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Stop your whining.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Franks going up top. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw on 3rd down. Franks. The screen pass here to Cohen. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th down, Franks. Open man is Anderson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Franks. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. First down, a run with Cohen. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down.
Right there, 54, right there.
Ready, go.
On fourth down, Franks. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Double dog, that's the way. 58, boys, 58, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mike, 58, right there. Come on. Rush in, rush in, rush in. He's checking. Go. Back.
To throw again. Tate, he's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Eddie Jackson picks it.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Throwing to start the drive. Franks got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Keep doing it.
Robbie Anderson, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Kill. Showing that. Kill. Shoot. Kill. Go. Sponge. No. Let it go.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Even. 4 down. Even. SOS. 31's the mic. Out. Get him.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, check 24.
Neil, check.
The final shot before break. Tate is going to float this one deep right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
They try again with Cohen, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on third down, Franks being chased out left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check three, check three, check three. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Check. Check out.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 35-yard line.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is Cook with a grab. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Fast, fast. 45.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Cohen. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Delta. Watch the screen. Mike 54. Mike 54. I don't think you got it, son. Right there. 54. Right there.
On 1st and 10, Franks. And he's got it complete to Anderson.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
It's going to be a long day, offense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got Burton here. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, Tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the end around with Robinson. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll try the counter here. Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on 2nd down. Franks. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tate, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
31's the mic. 31's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Tate. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
31's the mic. Not today, you are. Not today. 31. Rip right, rip right. Yo. The mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Go. 31's the mic.
From the gun, Tate. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Get that quarterback and all.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Tate. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
58, right? Yeah. Mike, 58, right?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Tate. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Set, ready. 10 Tucson. 4. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Ready, go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike, 50. Exit. 54. Brilliant.
To throw on 2nd down. Franks. And Anderson's got it. 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
On 1st down, Franks. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Looking to throw. Franks. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
That one complete to Anderson. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Back to throw. Franks. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
You got nothing. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check nine, check nine.
They run with Taylor. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The Vikings on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Tate. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
58's the money.
Throwing on first down. Tate, he's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, In the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On third down, Cohen, and he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down, Chicago.
Game situation. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Reason why do not get violent, ayy, cause he gave me patience, ayy, swear that all makes sense, ayy, when you making bands can make friends, cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans, got a bad little shorty wasting, and I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent, ayy, I know we the ones that ain't them, put both hands together and I'm saying amen, cause I'm going big, going big, everywhere I go they know the click. Too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often.